Welcome to Survive the Hunter's Moon. As you can see, the final 9 players are huddled and ready to head on into Tribal Council. So they will be joining us shortly. While they head on over here, I was told that there had previously been an idol that was hidden back behind one of these antlers. Was it left or right, Alan?
The right one.
The right one. So it was behind there. All right, and heading on in is Cam, Colt, Ryan, Dave, Jazzy, Taylor, Brianna, Melissa, and Matt.
Let's bring in the members of our jury. Bergen and Tyler voted out at the last tribal council.
Our jurors will allow to listen in quietly and take in the the tribal councils.
Final 9. Welcome back. Congrats making it this far. It is very far in this game. You must be all very proud of yourselves. Speaking of being proud, Matt, got that immunity necklace around your neck. Safe automatically here for final 8. How do you feel right now?
Well, I do feel very proud. We've gone along the whole week saying our strengths and weaknesses, and I've, been adamant that my weakness is not balance. I can do feet balance. I specifically cannot do hand balance. I have very shaky hands, especially in anxiety-inducing situations like we might find ourselves in here. And so I, felt bottom of the barrel going into that challenge, and I just, I felt we started it, and I was kind of like, I'm just gonna have fun, enjoy this. I'm out here playing Survivor, like this is my dream, and like who cares how this challenge goes? Like let's just enjoy what we're doing. It's a game. And I went to a happy place. I thought about my parents who were hopefully watching.
That's sweet.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
They're definitely watching.
And that helped me calm down. So
amazing. Yeah. You were so close, Brianna, that close. And you got 2 votes last tribal. Were you trying to, push a little bit farther and getting those 2 votes last tribal and playing your idol? How are you feeling now? Are you feeling exceptionally vulnerable, or are you kind of taking a step back and saying, okay, I can find myself back into this tribe?
Yeah, good question. I'm for sure feeling vulnerable, like I played that hoping it would take some heat off me, and I don't know if it did or not, and I was so close on that and it fell. And I think like one thing I've just realized in life is when you get that close to something and it falls like that, it's just meant to be. And so I'm trying to go with that attitude of just like what's meant to be is meant to be. I'm having so much fun here. I would love to keep playing with these people. Like I feel like it's been a great time so far, but I'm, of course I'm worried. Like my name's been, put in the little basket, whatever that little treasure hunt thing is, a lot. So gotta be worried, but just trying to enjoy it.
Cam, are you worried or are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying this. This round wasn't as enjoyable. Thank you. I haven't eaten. I felt like a little bit of a social pariah this round, but I hope next round it bounces back. I mean, these things ebb and flow. You got to kind of roll with the punches a little bit. I'll be here next round, so I'm not super concerned about it.
You'll be here next round. What does that mean?
Got some fun stuff in here.
Okay. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Everyone knows I have an idol, so it's
entire
time to
tribe,
finally come out.
The entire merged tribe knows you have an idol.
That's true.
Okay. So it looks like we have 2 potentially safe players this round. Taylor, how are you feeling right now? Do you feel like you are potentially on the chopping block, or are you confident in the people that you have and the trust that you have in others?
I think unless you have the individual immunity idol around your neck, everyone is on the chopping block. It's just the game that we're in. Like, you have to trust the alliances that you build, the people that you're putting your faith and trust in, and also keep in mind what's best for your game and getting you to the next challenge, I guess, because in this stage, I feel like I'm taking it challenge by challenge at this point, and just continuing to, put my trust with the people that I have.
Jazzy. Do you feel like you are trusted enough to make it through this vote?
That's a really hard question. I kind of struggle with like paranoia in situations like this, and so it's hard to truly understand if people trust me or if I trust them. I do think that I have enough loyalty and trust to make it through this round. Yes.
I feel like the word trust can mean different things. Dave, what does trust mean to you? When people are looking at you as an individual, when you want them to trust you, what do you want them to look for in you?
That you will do what is best for your game, and that they understand where you are in the game, that it makes sense for them. You're not going to go rogue. You're not going to do unstrategic things, to do random things, to do what is logically right for you. If you see what that is for that person and they follow through, that's trust, because you're confident in what they're going to do.
Melissa, going rogue, we've had some rogue votes thrown out. Are you worried that things might be thrown your way? You might catch some heat, or in the future rounds might catch some heat?
Well, yeah, definitely. Rogue votes are dangerous. They definitely can shift a whole plan in one wrong vote. So with a group this strong and so like Survivor strong, like very strategic, very, very smart, I am definitely concerned about rogue votes.
Brian, what are you hoping to get after this vote? What type of clarity are you hoping to see with the next person going over there and joining Tyler and Bergen?
I don't think, especially before this, that there will be a lot of clarity after this vote. I think this will be one of our more chaotic votes of the season. I'm really confused going into this. I feel like I'm being told a million different things. So I think the clarity I would like to see at the end of this is me walking that way and not that way.
You said one of the chaotic votes of the season, and both a big reaction from Dave and Jazzy gave a look too. Was that kind of hard to hear, or was that scary to hear?
Chaos in Survivor scares the shit out of you as a player. You want to always think where things are going, and when chaos might be there, you might be at risk, and that always worries people. If you're not worried about that, something's wrong with you.
Culp, what about the chaos for you? There's a potential idol being played behind you.
Yeah.
Matt is safe. There are other advantages in this game. You could find yourself voted out just from an idol play. How are you hoping to keep yourself in a seat for next tribal council and make sure that the people who are left want you there as well?
I mean, judging by the way the jury's looking, I am wearing the wrong t-shirt, folks. Although, even though my eyes look good and green, my hot under the collar hopes are really scaring me a lot this round. I'd be lying if I said my name hadn't been thrown around a bit, and I completely understand given the landscape of everything. So, I am an anxious person. I am somebody who tries really hard to make sure that my trust is known with folks. And, a lot like what Dave was saying, there is commitment, there is follow through. And for the folks that I've spoken to, I think hopefully that'll be very, very evident with this vote coming up.
Anybody else? Have I missed anything? Anyone want to plea for their spot? Do they feel like they are on the bottom and need to say one last thing before we get to the votes?
I'd like to say something. I would just want to say this really quick thing. I have proven loyalty in multiple votes with several people, and I'm going to do that again tonight, and I hope that they are too.
Anybody else? With that, it is time to vote. Culp, we'll start with you. And please, no talking while we're looking. Thank you.
All right, and away we go to our tea time area. I am scampering down this hill to head on over. All right. Nope. Ooh, wow. I tried to get the camera to flip. It decided not to. So now, take two. Okay, hi. All right, I got my notebook. Let's see. So here we are at the final 9. Okay, let's get into it. A lot going on. A lot of groups within groups within groups. It's funny that Culp is saying that he knows his name is out there because his name is in fact not out there at all. So I don't know if that's just him playing it up or like I don't know. But Culp actually thinks that he's the swing vote between maybe uh, voting either one of the OG Talos people out or one of the OG Cutler people out. However, and like his number 1 target would be Bree, and his secondary number 2 target would be Jazzy. And you might be thinking, what? That's odd. Well, Culp is in a couple of different newly formed / pitched alliances that we will get to momentarily. Let's see. However, okay, and I will say Culp's read is wrong. He is not in the middle, and it is not a beige versus red situation because the original red color tribe is finally deciding that they need to turn on each other to reduce their overall numbers in the game. So this 4 of Brianna, Taylor, Cam, and Matt, who have been with each other the majority of the time, are now realizing we can go no further. And who's realizing that specifically? Both Taylor and Matt. So Taylor, the kind of vibe of the tribe right now is idle concern. Cam brought it up at this tribal council. He was claiming that he had a little something that he was finally playing. So the question is, where is he playing it? Is he going to be playing on himself, as he said in tribal council, and to make it to that final 8, or is he going to play a mind game and actually play it on Brianna? Brianna is hoping that Cam's idol will be played for her because she's worried about going home this round. She does feel close with Cam and Taylor and Matt still, and also feels close with Melissa, which is interesting because Melissa is gunning for her. So it's amazing that Melissa is making her feel so comfortable that she's, kind of believing that they're working together. Although Brianna did threaten to not vote for Melissa at a final tribal council scenario if she is lying to Brianna here and ends up voting her out. So yeah. Melissa, speaking of Melissa, Melissa's in almost everyone's plans. This round, she wants a red player out, which of course would only be Taylor, Cam, or Brianna, as Matt is safe with that immunity necklace around his neck. And let's see. Speaking of Matt with the immunity necklace, so we heard there he was super stressed out about this challenge, went to his happy place, thought of his parents to try and calm himself down, and that ended up doing the trick to win that necklace. Now, not only does Matt have a necklace, he also has an extra vote, and Dave does too, and both of them are willing to use it this round. However, interestingly enough, Matt is hoping that this vote ends up being a 3-3-3. He's thinking maybe 3 votes will fall on Cam, 3 votes will fall on Brianna, and 3 votes will fall wherever Cam, Brianna, and Culp vote. But Cam, Brianna, and Culp are not working together, so I'm not sure where that is. He thinks in that scenario, in case of a potential revote where a tie happens, that he would just revote based on vibes. Like, he's not entirely sure what he would do at this very moment. He's just gonna feel it out and see when the time comes. And speaking of vibes, Brian, remember, came back from hunting grounds and has pitched an on the outs alliance with people that they perceive are on the outs, which would of course include Culp, a very obvious only green shirt left and his hunting grounds friend, as well as Matt, who they perceive to be on the outs at red, as well as Taylor. Now Taylor does not think that she is sorry, it was like an on the outs underdog situation. Taylor was like, I don't think I'm an underdog in this game, but sure, I'll go with it. It's numbers, it's options to have. And she and Taylor and Matt, of course, have now become very tight, and both are realizing, not us, it's got to be either Cam or Brianna this round. So Taylor's, liking these options, liking to, be able to pick and choose who she wants to work with and what she wants to do. And someone she does not want to work with is Jazzy. She is picking up that Jazzy is potentially playing chaotically and is looking to maybe target Jazzy here. Jazzy is staying OG Talos strong, just like last round. Her and Dave are a super tight two, and Dave is willing to use his extra vote again this round, along with Matt also willing to use his extra vote this round as well. And Jazzy does hope to flush Cam's idol, but ultimately hopes that Brianna will be the one to go. Now, interestingly, there is an alliance that Jazzy is not in that one of her super tight allies, Melissa, is in. Now, this alliance was pitched by Matt. And so Matt suggested a group of Matt, Brian, Melissa, Culp, and Dave, who I don't really think have all worked together. It's like a very random group. I don't know. But it's an option. And Melissa, even though Jazzy is not in that group of voting, Melissa's feeling like potentially she does want to vote with that five. Whether it's a voting block or an actual alliance remains to be seen. I think it was maybe pitched as an alliance, but I don't know if they'll just kind of like come in, vote together and not, or like not even vote together at all. So we will find out here pretty soon. Let me see. I think that might be everything I've got. If everyone has any questions, shout them out while I look here to see. Yep. Oh, one final note that's good to know about. So Culp and Melissa, we haven't really talked about them or if they have a working relationship or not, but apparently early on during the reward challenge that happened on night one, when players were doing the tangrams and were having to run from station to station to station, one player from each tribe was stationed together. So they actually had time to chit chat and talk. And Melissa and Culp got to talking about, their feelings on everyone so far and how the race went and this and that. And so they were pretty open with each other and got good vibes from each other. And so I think Culp is also looking to Melissa as someone that he would want to work with just based on those initial kind of connections. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all. So let's head on into Tribal Council now, and we'll see what happens. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Tea Time. Alan's still here. Looks like last player is voting. So we are early for once. Go team.
I'll go tally the votes.
All right. Alan heading away to grab the votes now as Jazzy returns to the Tribal Council area. All of our players sitting silently and waiting for the vote to be revealed, along with Bergen and Tyler, who are the first two members of our jury, and we will be seeing them at every Tribal Council from here on out. And we're so blessed for that. Meanwhile, our players still remaining in the game for now until Alan comes back and reads the votes are Brianna, Jazzy, Taylor, Matt, Dave, Melissa, Ryan, Cole, and Cam. And here comes Alan with votes in hand.
If anybody has an advantage or an idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Hold up, bro.
For yourself. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast against Cam will not count. Anybody else? Cam does not count. Cam does not count. Cam does not count. Cam does not count. Brianna. Culp. That's 1 vote Brianna, 1 vote Culp. Brianna. That's 2 votes Brianna. 3 votes Brianna. 4 votes Brianna. And 5th vote Brianna. That is enough. You are eliminated. Please bring me your torch. Brianna, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Brianna gonna take a few moments to hug all of the players before heading on out with us to get some last words. Don't go anywhere. We will be chatting with Brianna very shortly.
Final 8. Congratulations. Move down to the challenge field and await your next individual.
All right, and Brianna, you're gonna come right on over with me. We are still live. We're gonna head on over to this bench and we'll let you put your stuff down, get situated, take a little moment to yourself, and your time to share anything on your mind.
I had a lot of fun. I'm kind of sad, you know. I think I was trying to play a loyal game, and doesn't look like that's what happened at the end. I thought I had some people on my side, and I got blindsided because I played the idol because they told me to, and then yeah, they voted me out. But you know what? Like, I'm really proud of my game. I feel like I fought strong. They saw me as a threat, and I'd rather get voted out as a threat than anything else. Like, they thought I was playing too hard, you know, knocking stuff over. And what they don't know is I've actually played a Survivor game before like this. I haven't told anyone that. And so I was trying to do some things a little differently, try to play less strategic and less hard. But I guess that still came out. So that was my bad. Just the strategy behind it. And you know what? There's a few things I did today I probably would have done differently, but it's okay. In the end, it's just a game, and it's super fun. And I'm really excited for them. Like, I hope it goes well, and excited for them to, you know, make it to the next round. So
I love that. And you did get to play a lot of this game, making it all the way to the jury phase. Very impressive. I'd love to know maybe something you're most proud of about yourself during your time out here.
What a question. I think I'm just most proud of, like, I mean, this is so cheesy, but like the friendships, like I just like love making friends with people, and I I wish I could show them what I can actually do, because like I threw quite a few challenges so that I would be seen as less of a threat, and that didn't work. But like, so not necessarily challenge wise, like I tried to be more low key on those, but I really feel like the friendships, like I feel like I made some solid friendships with people, and yeah, I'm just proud of myself for coming out here and trying this crazy thing. You know, it's fun and it's awesome. So.
As you should be. And is there something that you learned about yourself that you didn't realize during your time out here?
That's a good question. I think I just like learned how I want to trust a little bit more. I think there's a few times when I like didn't trust everyone, and I think that probably hurt me in the end, you know, with Melissa. Like, I didn't trust her, so I wanted to like trust everyone a little bit more, but then also just like be willing to be like take that risk. Like, I was just trusting in maybe too much in some relationships, and I wasn't willing to take that risk. So I think I want to take that risk more of like, if I could have been safer too if I hadn't played my idol until now, and maybe more than that. So I think I should have just been willing to risk it.
I love it. I love all the game reflection. Like as you're still sitting here, it's like, you know, you're so in it. I'd love maybe for you to reflect on one of your favorite times or like most fun memories from your time out here.
Yeah. Ooh, favorite times. I love just like the tribal, like I loved my red team. Had so much fun. You know, we did a little cinnamon roll handshake that I taught them that we loved, and I loved like working with them. I love just like moments in the grass when we're all chatting about our lives and who we are, and I feel like those were just genuine times to connect with people, and I'm grateful for that too.
Wonderful. Well, Brianna, thank you so much, and congratulations again on a game very well played.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you head on over to Ponderosa now with your handler, Ale, and we'll see you very soon. But before we do, this is your chance to shout out your charity to the viewers and let everyone know who you're playing for.
Yeah, so I'm playing for it's Humanitarian Experience, or HXP. It's actually the company that I work for. We have a financial aid fund. So our company, we're a nonprofit. We send teenagers on humanitarian trips around the world, and our financial aid fund is for teens that couldn't afford it to go on our trips. Our trips are life-changing. The teenagers get 2.5 weeks to serve, to give back. They get amazing mentors. So many kids have said their lives were changed from this experience, and a lot of them, you're 16 and 19, you're in a hard spot in life. You're trying to figure out who you are. The teenagers that we give financial aid to last year, their average income was about $38,000 for a household of 5. So they're in that poverty level. They're coming from around the world. We sent a single mom and her son from South Africa on a trip together, and we've sent we sent 60 teenagers last year. So the more money I fundraise, the better, more people we can send, and that's what I'm playing for.
I love it. Well, Brianna, thank you so much
Thank
again,
you.
and we will see you at the next Tribal Council.
Hey, sounds good.
All right, we are getting the next challenge all set and ready here. So we should be about to head in. Hang on, I think we might go live in like 15 or 20 minutes here. I believe, oh yeah, okay. I know what this next challenge is. You can, not really spoiler alert, but it's set up in the distance. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is come back to you in about 20 minutes. And we will see you then for a very fun 2-part immunity challenge. So it's going to be a little wild and crazy. We're going to get an unintentional tour of the grounds here at this next immunity challenge. So we will see you soon.